All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Magical Tea Talks, Coffee 2. I'm Cindy Hernandez. I'm a licensed massage therapist, NLP practitioner, and immigrant identity coach. So I help humans release barriers that are stopping us from creating that life that we want, getting down into the subconscious mind and really releasing things from the root and creating from the bottom up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Valeri McLaughlin, intuitive heart healer, energy artist, spiritual guide, and I help light beings tap into their heart center magic so they can create the life they desire, feeling guided and tapped into their higher self.
So how are you, Val?
I'm doing wonderful. I was a little emotional this morning, but I was listening to a song that I felt so much love come through in this song that it just started making me cry. So, but other than that, I'm doing well. Even with that, I'm doing great because that just made me feel even more love. But
yeah, it's like really tapping into it.
Yeah.
So we have a good topic today. We're gonna talk about the healthy side of competition and how we can actually, if we're in the right mindset, we can actually make it work for us and not against us.
Yeah. You know, it made me think when I was in the restaurant, I had a couple servers who were very competitive and like they wanted to win is really what they both wanted to win. And so they would make up these little competitions, like who could sell the most this or who could sell the most that or whatever it was, to keep themselves motivated throughout the day, but also because they had this fire that ignited in them when they had a goal to go after, even if that goal was to beat somebody else. And isn't that what sports is? That desire to win, that desire to beat somebody else, but it's that desire to achieve a goal.
Yeah, it's true. And one of the things that was coming up, and I was talking to you about it, and it was like about in the massage industry, and this really goes beyond the massage industry. It goes into a lot of things. If we're not in that mindset of not like it's competition, like it is competition, but not in that form where you need to see somebody else and be like, they have more clients than me. That's not fair. Instead of that, it's like, okay, what can I do to get just as much clients or even more? What can we do to, help each other out in that kind of form? So one of the things that was coming up for me was like, I want to collaborate with a lot of massage therapists because I feel like a lot of people know that, don't know what massage can do to the body and what benefits it has. And I feel like if we all collaborated together in this world, it would be just so much better. And just thinking about New Jersey itself, that's where we're at right now. So we're in New Jersey, and just thinking about the whole state, I don't want to take on that responsibility of having of being able to heal a lot of people in just New Jersey. That's a lot of people. So rather than having somebody come on with me and just multiple people come on with me and just helping people heal in different forms, that seems more realistic. That seems more helpful. It seems more bringing love into our state. And so one of the things that I was asking you, I was like, how do I know if we're in competition or if we're collaborating, or what the mentality is when it comes down to it? Because I felt like it needed to be addressed, that we should be collaborating rather than competing against each other. And sometimes it comes down to who, like, they look at it like, oh, they're going to steal my clients. Oh, that person's going to steal all the clients that I have now, rather than how about we get more clients? How about we not look at the lack of it and look at the abundance of it? Because there's so many people here in just South Jersey. Maybe 1 minute.
Yeah, and you know, it is that thing, like, you know, we have all these different cars and all these different car lots, right? And you can drive down places in New Jersey and they'll be like a Honda car dealer here, a Jeep car dealer here, and all these car dealers, and they're all like right on top of each other. And have you ever like gone and gone like, why are they doing this? Why are they on top of each other? They're competing against each other. But are they also even collaborating with each other? Isn't there's like strength in numbers to be there? You know, what I'm looking for may not be what you're offering, even though you're a massage therapist and somebody else is a massage therapist. I mean, just look at that. Like, somebody who wants to drive a Jeep may not want to be driving in a Honda, or vice versa. I like Jeeps. I think Jeeps are cool, but I don't want to be driving in a Jeep every day. They're a lot better than they used to be, but they're very bouncy. But like, to be in a Jeep with the doors off and they're like, it's fun, but it's not what I want every day.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in the world of massage therapists, in the world of healers. We all are offering a service, but what we bring to the table is different. And if we could begin to embrace each other's uniqueness and stand united, how much stronger could we actually be?
Yeah. Yeah. And and that's the thing, like, even in the massage world, like, I've experienced this where, you know, not all the clients are for me, and not all the clients are for certain people. Like, there's massage therapists that only like doing deep tissue. Mm-hmm. And not everybody likes experiencing the deep tissue. So it's like, okay, how can we like collaborate so that, you know, you get some that like the deep tissue, and then I'll get some that don't like the deep tissue, you know, and then we'll like mix it up like that. And because there's so many modalities to it. And then, so I bring the mindset into this. I bring the mindset into my massage. Maybe some people don't want to do the whole mindset thing, and they just want to do just the 60-minute massage. And then how can we work like that? And there's like there's like so many different modalities and everything.
Yeah, and you know, I also believe that not everybody that gets into massage therapists becomes a massage therapist, that goes into the spa world, really understand the healing benefits of massage. It's almost like they not all of them, but there are some that come and like, oh, this is a way for me to make money. This is a way for people just to relax and do this. Like, they don't necessarily completely understand all that goes into what massage therapy is, the history behind it, how long it has been used as a healing modality, that when people are sick, this is what they've done to help heal them. Like, I don't think even people realize that. And that education part is big.
Yeah, that's actually that's a very, very true topic. Like, it's so true. Like, a lot of people don't realize it. And when it almost comes down to you're being a mechanical being, because you're now doing just the massage because that's what, you know, you're used to. You're used to doing a massage this way. You're used to doing this way. So then what happens is like, stop. And so then what happens is, my daughter's here, so she's like, what happens is we get like into that role that we forget to educate our clients. We forget to tell them, like, this is connected to this. This is why you're feeling this pain. And this is what's going on in your body. We forget that because we're so in that go that we're conditioned to just think that it's just massage, and we just wave everything, like all the most important information off.
Yeah, and people, you know, sometimes that's how we use it. We're like, oh, we just need a day to relax and get away. Or, you know, oh, you know, I got a little tightness in my shoulder or my neck, and I'm just going to go get a massage to release that. but it's more. And it's funny because I didn't wake up. I actually have this tightening in my neck and I didn't wake up that way. I actually did a meditation this morning. Side note, I did a meditation this morning and I started to work on releasing something within my throat that that I brought in. It's a contract that I was releasing. And when I released it, then I got all this tightness that's all up in my neck and my throat, from releasing this. So the reason why I'm bringing it up is because even though I release this, there is now muscle memory that I need to go release and let go of.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's connected to it. So it goes deeper, and that's how we're all even intertwined. That's why it's great to have a community of people that when you're working with a client and something comes up and you're like, you know what, I think you would experience if you went and saw my friend Val. I think you would experience if you went and saw my friend Ursula and got this. I think it would be great if you went and also, saw this chiropractor, whatever, whatever it is. And this community actually makes us stronger. It also helps us to heal people. And getting back to the competition part, when you're stand strong in who you are, when you release your fear that you're not going to have enough, and when you ain't confident in you, there's really no competition. The competition is only desire. It's only passion to want to do more, to want to achieve a goal.
Yeah.
And that's really what the competition is. Like we do it to ourselves too. Like, oh, I want 5 clients. And then you don't get the 5 clients. Like, oh, I suck this week. No.
Yeah.
Be grateful for what you got.
Yeah.
And know that you could set the goal next week and go after it. And next week you might exceed the goal. And maybe this week you got 3, and next week your goal is 5, and then you end up getting 7. And there you'll have your 10 clients in the 2 weeks. Because when you had the 3, you were grateful. When you didn't get the 5 and you're like, oh, this stinks, then maybe next week you only get 1.
Yeah, that's so true. It's true. There was something I wanted to add to that. Oh yeah, about the competition. So really you're only competing to be the best version of yourself every single day.
Mm-hmm.
That's your competition. It's like, who can I be better than yesterday? How can I be better than yesterday? And so when you're in that state, it's also about bringing in other people, because you're like, okay, I'm a better person than yesterday. So I'm going to help other people be better people than they were yesterday too. And then it's just a ripple effect.
And if you have this healthy competition with somebody else, you want that person to succeed too.
Yeah.
And part of the competition is if we both succeed, we actually both win.
Yeah.
You
get to celebrate each other.
Right. So if you have a friend that does deep tissue and you aren't somebody that likes to do deep tissue, you can praise this and recommend people to her and be like, look at this amazing thing, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I played sports. We had the MVP, the most improved, and then everybody got a trophy for being on the team. But there was other trophies that were handed out. Somewhere along the lines, those things kind of disappeared. And the feeling is that it's for better to celebrate everybody. But if you're not inspiring people to be better than they are, aren't we really holding them back?
Yeah. So true.
And if somebody is better than somebody else, why is that a bad thing?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we celebrate and be happy for somebody who opened a brand new spot and started it going like that and have all these wonderful clients and has created this amazing space so much that I want to go? How is it like, why do we tend to look, oh my God, I can't believe how they open this and look how successful they are. Like, why does it have to be that energy? Why can't we be happy for them?
Yeah, yeah, that's 100% true. Um, there's nothing wrong in celebrating people. And I think that's something that we forget to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've all been through struggles, right? So when you see somebody come out of that struggle, fucking celebrate them.
Yeah. I was thinking that the other day, my brother, I was having a little conversation with my brother, and he just got the promotion for a full-time job, which is pretty much same of what he was doing, but set days now instead of being all thrown around. And he's like, yeah, and then I want to go back to college and I want to do this. And I just had that moment where I sat in there. I'm like, I sent him a text, and I'm actually probably going to cry right now. I can feel it because I was just so proud of him, because this is somebody, and he's done a lot of great things, but has also gone through that state where like he went through a really rough time. And now when he came out of that time, he looked at life a little bit different and started doing things. And he's trying, evolving and doing those things. And I was like, I'm proud of my little brother. And what has he accomplished? And you can get emotional about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, the more, and I always talk about this with my friend, she gets really emotional and she's like, oh, I'm going to cry. I'm like, fucking, I was actually talking to Ashley and she said, oh, you're cavelling. And it's a Jewish term for you're feeling that emotion immensely, right? You're letting it out. I'm like, so tap into that. Allow the tears to fucking come down. Tap into that because that's your fucking superpower. That's your fucking
Yeah.
superpower when you can tap into that emotion. I'm actually getting chills all over my body, but
Yeah.
we're feeling all the feels today.
Feeling all the
Yourself
feels.
in and like allowing yourself to let it out. Like that's a fucking amazing place to be in where you're crying of joy, of gratitude. Like how many times can you say you do that? I do that often now, but in the past I didn't do that often. Like I never felt like that much joy for somebody or myself or anybody else. Like now and being able to tap into that and expressing it, it's an amazing feeling. And you want to fucking keep that in your heart.
Yeah, and like I mean, I think I just woke up feeling all the love today. And I guess I'm just channeling all those things, but like I read, like in my group, people post their gratitudes, and I read their gratitudes, and I can feel the love and the gratitudes and the appreciation for that moment and that time. And I like well up and I want to cry. And like, or what did we do? Like, I'm doing hashtags in my group now. So it's hashtag Super Saturday. And like, what's super about this day, or what your superpower? And somebody posted about their superpower. I'm like, yes. And all of a sudden I want to stand like Wonder Woman. And I'm like, see, this is what doing these things help inspire each other. But when you allow yourself to feel the emotion, it's not me who stated this, but I can feel that emotion and I can appreciate that emotion. But when you shut your emotions down, you don't allow that to happen. And when you can celebrate, like me being in that moment and being like, yes, and like standing there, that is me celebrating that person, but it's also me celebrating myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that just lifts your vibration up, and it starts to raise the vibration of you and all that's around.
Mm-hmm. It does. It does.
So go ahead.
I wanted to add to this because, you know, you were talking about your brother, and the thing is, you would act that way with any of your siblings, your children. You would have that gratitude for that happiness, that joy for them creating something amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be able to do it with somebody else. they are our brothers, right? We're all connected. We're all here. We're all the same, right?
And
So,
let's flip that too, because there's some people that won't do it for their brothers and sisters, but they'll do it for other people. And
mm,
why can't you do it for your brothers and sisters?
that's good. Yeah, that's true.
You know, we all go through our time period and our struggles, and why can't you see the good in somebody that you don't even know? Let's take a star, because people do this, like with sports stars or everything. You have somebody that goes through rehab and they're recovering, they're like, oh my God, look at them, they've done this great. But then you have your brother, and maybe he'd gone through rehab like 2 or 3 times, and the 4th time he finally makes it through. But he's like, oh, it took him that long. Like, but you're celebrating this superstar that you don't even know.
And who cares if it took long?
Right.
Might as
But
well.
we do this all the time. Like,
Yeah.
well, celebrate the little wins, celebrate the big wins, celebrate each other. And when we do that, that's the healthy part of competition, is supporting each other, wanting to see each other grow. Be in competition where you're elevating each other and not trying to knock each other down.
Yeah.
And when you're in that space that I am abundant, the world is full of love, that there is enough, more than enough out there for each other, and that we all are unique and have something unique to bring to this table, we can do that. But if you keep yourself trapped in this small box, and you come from this fear and this lack, and this world is a miserable place, then you're holding yourself back and trying to bring other people down instead of elevating everybody up.
Mm-hmm. So true.
You got me hot on a topic this morning, man.
Yeah.
All the feelings coming through, all the passion coming through. I feel like I'm yelling here at some points. Ignited a fire within me.
Good.
Well, I think part of it, maybe I'm joking around it, but there is like, my desire is for everybody to be at that state where we can elevate each other and embrace each other and spread the love and create our magic, create our heart-centered magic. And I know you want that too, for everybody.
Yeah. Do you have any tips to leave anybody?
Oh, you said that and it just flashed back. I couldn't sleep last night. I was having trouble falling asleep. And I started reciting the Ho'oponopono prayer over and over and over again in my sleep. That might be what kind of ignited today. Because and then I did a meditation to release in my throat chakra too, for my voice to be heard. But that is a powerful prayer to say, and we've talked about it over and over again. But when it helps release and let go so much that you can grow, and that, like, putting somebody down or putting yourself down, that helps you to release it. And it's please forgive me. So you're asking forgiveness for yourself, for that part of you that's within the other person, the other thing, the energy that you're attached to. Then you're saying you're sorry, you're saying the forgiveness. And then you're in gratitude for the forgiveness. And gratitude raises your vibration, one of the highest ways. And then the most important part, which is probably one of the hardest for most people to say, if I'm sorry is not the hardest, this is the hardest. I love you. Telling yourself that you love them, telling somebody else that you love them. It's so important because that's the highest vibration. So gratitude will help raise your vibration. Love is the highest vibration. And even just by saying that, it makes you want to feel that love and that connection to love to everything and everyone. So most of the things that hold us back is the guilt or fear or something that we have wrapped around us, and that prayer will actually help you move through all that.
Yeah, it's actually funny because I also had a dream yesterday too, and it was very, if I didn't dissect it, I would be like, well, this dream was like pointless.
Those are usually the ones that are the most meaningful, by the way.
And then I was like reflecting and I was like, okay, I'm not free somewhere. And then I started questioning myself, where am I not free? Where am I not freeing myself? And then I came back down to something. I don't remember what it was though. I'll have to write it down. But that's when I talked to you about something, and then you kept on saying something about free. And I was like, that's my message.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not free somewhere. And I need to go back and, figure it out. And so that was one of the messages that I got, like freedom. Okay, where am I not free? What do I need to free? And there was something else that I wanted to add to this too. And it was, what you said. I don't know, we're just talking about it. But all right.
I'm going to tap into that free thing too for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Be mindful of how you use the word I am free. So I used to throw that word around a lot, like I'm free. And then people kept coming to me for like free advice or booking calls for this, or, booking like your call and my call that we have is to help inform people what we do, to make sure that we're a connection to work with each other, and to show them all the services and suggest what service would be best based on the conversation.
Yeah.
And what I was having is I would have people call and like, well, I have a question about my relationship. And I'm like, well, that's not what this call is about. And so I started to be mindful where I was using this word free. And this is good for anybody that has a business that's doing this. And so when people say, well, tell me when you're free, I would say, I am available. I am never free. Or not never free, but I am highly, paid or whatever. But I would turn around. I wouldn't say I would never free, because there is a part of you like free, like I'm free to flow, I'm free. But like, even if it was like a close friend, well, when are you free? I said, I'm not free. I'm very expensive, or something like that back there. But I would start to use I'm available, different ways, because whatever you say at the I am is what you are. So if you are like using that word in certain ways, you can be attracting clients who want things for free, or attracting people. And there's nothing wrong with giving. You and I give away a lot of free content because we are that passionate about what we want, what we do, and how we want to help each other. But at the same time, we are also we also are living in this world. And in this world, we need finances to get through. You need money.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But so if you are somebody and you have a business, just be mindful how you use that word free when it comes to your business aspect of it.
That's good.
Even when you're trying to draw people to your business, buy one, get one free is a good catch line for something, but you have to be careful how you word it to draw people into your business. Our words are so powerful.
They are. Really are.
So what is your tip to help people with competition and using competition to really be passionate and go after your goals?
The first thing that I would say is like definitely tap into what you're feeling right now. So like, let's say if you're in that space of you are in competition and it's like a fight kind of thing, then check into that and ask yourself why you're in that competition.
Oh,
But if it's a competition where like you can help each other out and it's going to motivate you, then yeah, then that's where you want to be. But if you're in the mindset of comparison of what that person has that you don't have, or if you're in that competition where it's not motivating at all, it's actually bringing you down, then that's something within you, and that needs to be healed. There was something, okay, it was about your little self. So when you were talking about the Ho'oponoponos, so we're often when we are in that competition, we say things about our little self. So that's your little self. When you're in competition, that is your little self. And he or she, whatever it is crying for help. It's crying because it feels like it wants to win, and it wants to win. So when you're in that state, forgive your little self and don't beat it up, because we often say mean things to it, like, oh, you're so annoying. Like, I don't know why I'm always in competition. I don't know why, and then you start saying mean things to it. But all it needs is some love. So Ho'oponoponos are definitely something that helps with that. Like, it's that little version of you that feels like it needs to compete with everyone. So you need to heal. That's well, you don't need to, but
it's an opportunity for you to heal that.
Yeah, to look at it and just, start healing from there.
When
If
you
want, yeah.
When you said that, I had the picture of the Karate Kid, and because it was like, have to win at no cost, like whatever cost it takes, I have to win. And that, when you're in that energy, that is when you have to take a step back and go within and, find out where that's coming from. Because if you watched the Karate Kid, we're going back, but they just came out with like the Netflix version. The one team was win at no cost. And the one they were fighting, when he centered himself, there was no question. It just happened. There was no force. It just flowed.
Mm-hmm.
So just, think about it. Think about like movies like that, where something was like win at no cost, and someone was like win to help elevate myself and everybody else, and how they take that second and that pause to kind of go within themselves, to center themselves, to come from a different place.
Well, great topic. Thank you guys for listening. And you can catch us at Magical Tea Talks and Coffee 2 on our podcast, and email us if you have any questions or any topics that you want us to talk about. You can find me at cinderellaspa.com. I don't know if it's up and running yet. My website just got renewed, so I don't know if it should be up today, if not tomorrow. And then I am on Instagram at Cinderella Spa, and just DM me if you have any questions.
And you can find me at intuitivehearthealer.com, on Instagram at intuitivehearthealer, or join my Facebook group, Intuitive Heart Healer. I love my group. I love the people in my group, and I love all the support everybody gives each other.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. Everybody lifting each other up.
Yeah, and Valeri just did a new thing where she's doing hashtags for each day. So it's very good to just connect and read everybody else's and read and create your own too.
Yep. So have a great day, everybody. Go out and spread some love today.